Hello, church family. It's 2-Minute Tuesday. This past Sunday, we wrapped up a short sermon series on discipleship. If you missed that series or you want to catch up on it, you can see the videos here on our YouTube channel. In 1 Timothy 4, the Apostle Paul puts a unique spin on discipleship. He calls it training. He writes this, "Train yourself to be godly, for physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come." Now, godliness is another way of saying Christ-likeness, that is, being like Jesus. And that, of course, is the goal of discipleship. Discipleship is getting closer and closer to Jesus in order to become more and more like Jesus. Paul points out that discipleship is basically training. It's an intensive process of personal transformation. And Paul argues that this training has immediate benefits, but also eternal benefits. Now, when you go to the doctor says, "I enjoy our visits. It's always nice to see you." But really, it's not enough to just show up to an annual checkup or get a diagnosis. To really get any benefit, you have to do some stuff. The same is true of our Christian faith. It's not enough to just show up to the occasional event. To get any benefit of our life in Christ, we have to do some stuff. But what stuff? Acts chapter 2 ends with a description of the practices of the first Christians, and this description doubles as a prescription for becoming like Jesus and preparing for eternity. Listen to this description. "They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts." So these are the 5 practices that represent training for godliness, that is, becoming like Jesus and preparing for eternity. Attending public worship and taking communion, receiving public preaching and Bible teaching, pursuing at-home prayer and Bible study, embracing fellowship, that is, sharing time and space and meals with fellow Christians, and finally, giving our time and money to help others, both inside and outside the church. If we engage in these practices, we will become more and more like Jesus. And even as we experience the immediate benefits of this relationship with Jesus, this discipleship, we can also anticipate eternal benefits. So, embrace the disciplines of the Christian life, train in godliness, and train for eternity.